Hello, Leopard fans. Rob Johnson with Leopard Lair coming to you from Central Catholic High School, where we have the Lady Leopards taking on the Lady Crusaders. Should be an interesting matchup tonight. Leopards have the better record at 13-6, where the Crusaders are 7-11. Currently, the Leopards in the state of Ohio are ranked 99 overall and 44th in Division I. We're getting ready for tip-off here, as Kendall Loy will tip off for the Lady Leps. And let's see here, I can't quite get her number yet. Number 3, that's going to be Kristen Belden. Belden's going to kick it out to number 12. Gives it up to 23, who scoops and scores. Central leads 2-0. Dyer into Loy. Loy's going to bring it up. She's going to kick it inside to Brooke Heron, who scoops, shoots, misses. Rebound, Heron. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession's going to be Louisville. Heron to inbound. She's going to give it up to Loy. Back over to Heron, who drives, takes it to the hoop. She shoots, no good. Rebounded. Central, Grace Turner. And it's off a Central player. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Louisville ball. Courtney Barwick to inbound. Barwick into Loy. Loy is going to dribble. She gives it back to Barwick. Barwick out top to Dyer. Dyer fakes. She dribbles. Gives it up to Heron. Heron's going to drive to the left. Kicks it over to Barwick in the corner. Barwick's going to drive to the hoop. Scoops. She scores. That's going to make it 2-2. First quarter. 7:04. Lady Leopards and the Central Catholic Crusaders are tied. And Central's going to throw it out of bounds. That was Natalie McHugh with the turnover. Dyer's going to bring it up the backcourt. She's going to bring it across the center line. Gives it off to Heron. Heron's going to give it over to Loy. Loy's on the wing. Gives it inside to Edelman. Edelman's going to dribble. She fakes, shoots. No good. Rebounded Central. That's Grace Turner. She's going to bring it up the backcourt. Gives it over to Natalie McHugh. McHugh's going to drive down the left side. Stops her dribble. Gives it back over to Turner. Turner out top for 3. No good. Oh, it's good. 6:19, 5-2. Lady Crusaders. Dyer comes across the timeline. Gives it off to Heron. Heron's going to dribble. She takes it down the center. Gives it back over to Edelman. Kicks out to Dyer, who loses it. Gets it back. Dyer kicks it inside to Loy, who gets it tapped away. Barwick retrieves it. Gives it off to Loy. Loy's going to drive to the hoop. Kicks it off to Edelman. She loses it. Gets it back inside to Heron. Heron's going to shoot off the front of the rim. No good. Back to Loy. Loy's going to score. That's going to make it 5-4. Louisville. 5:44 first quarter. McHugh brings it across the timeline. Gives it off to Marshall. Marshall's going to dribble to the right. She fakes the shot. Gives it off to Belden. Belden's going to drive. She fumbles it. Gives it to McHugh for 3. No good. Rebounded by Marshall. Takes it to the hoop. She scores. No. Heron's going to rebound. She's going to bring it across the center line. Takes the ball. Gets it knocked away. Always takes me a second to get warmed up there, John.
Yep. Sorry, my mic was off there for a second.
Into the game for the Lady Leopards is Aubrey Thorne, number 25. Heron inbounds, gives it to Barwick for 3. Good! That's going to make the score 7-5. Lady Leps. McHugh gives it off to Marshall. Marshall's going to drive, gives it back to McHugh. McHugh dribbles. Gives it over to Ayanna. And she's fouled. Foul by the Lady Leopards. Central ball. Iannetta, Sophie Iannetta inbound. She gives it off to McHugh. McHugh's going to dribble. Gives it out to Turner. Turner loses it. Gets it back. There's a scrum. And we're going to have a jump ball. Possession Central. Inbound is Marshall. She gets it out to McHugh. McHugh's going to bring it across the line on Marshall. Gives it over to Belden, who loses it. And Barwick's going to knock, it's going to go out of bounds off of Barwick. 4:38, first quarter, 7-5, Lady Leps. Inbound to McHugh. McHugh's going to give it off to Marshall. Marshall's going to give it to Belden, who drives. She goes to baseline, scoops, no good. Rebounded, Aubrey Thorne, and we're going to have another jump ball. I believe, they're going to call a foul. Lady Leps to inbound. Edelman's going to inbound. Checking into the ball game for the Lady Crusaders is number 30, Josephina Stevens. Edelman's going to bring it up the backcourt. She comes across the timeline, gives it off to Dyer. Dyer dribbles. Gives it off, it's going to be stolen by Belden. She's going to lay it up and in, and it's tied, 7-7, 4:08, first quarter. Thorne up to Edelman. Edelman gets it into Brooke Heron. Heron shoots off the rim and good. It's going to make it 9-7, 3:56, first quarter. McCune's going to bring it across the center line. Gives it over to Stevens. Stevens picks up her dribble. She's going to give it over to Belden, who loses it, gets it back, loses it again, gets it back again. Scoop shot, good. Barwick kicks it into Dyer. Fast-paced game, folks. 9-9. Over to Edelman. Edelman stops, gives it over to Thorne. Thorne loses it. And we're going to have a foul on, I believe it's on Aubrey Thorne. Yep, they called it on Thorne. 3:23, 9-9, tie ball game here at Central. Kuhn brings it across center court, gives it over to Marshall. Marshall's going to dribble. She gives it to Belden. Belden's going to dribble. She's going to be double teamed. And we're going to have a timeout. Central. We'll be right back after this.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards.
And we're back, folks. It's a tie ball game over here at Central. 9-9, 3:10, first quarter. Marshall's going to inbound. New to the ball game is number 34, Hannah Dolan for Central. McCune gives it over to Marshall. She's going to dribble. Gives it over to Belden. Belden's going to dribble. She's going to drive. She gets it knocked away by Barwick. Picked up by Aubrey Thorne. Back over to Barwick. Barwick's going to give it to Brooke Heron. Heron's going to give it out to Lloyd. Lloyd to Barwick for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebounded. And out of bounds off the Lady Leps. Actually, they called it off the Central girl. So the ball stays with Louisville. Out to Barwick. Barwick over to Taryn Miglich, who's entered the ball game. Over to Thorne. Heron's going to dribble. Gives it over to Miglich. Back over to Heron. Heron over to Barwick. Barwick's going to dribble. Gives it to Miglich. Back to Heron. Heron back to Miglich for three. No good. Off the back of the rim. Central rebounds, and she's fouled. I believe they called that foul on Kendall Loy, number 23. Out of the ball game goes Aubrey Thorne. Into the ball game comes Delaney Orwin, number 20. Marshall's going to inbound to McHugh. McHugh's going to bring it up the backcourt. McHugh brings it across the center timeline, guarded by Miglich. Into Dolan. She's going to shoot, and she scores. That's 11 points for Central. Central's up 11-9, 2:06, first quarter. Barwick brings it across the timeline, gives it off to Brooke Heron, who dribbles. Over to Loy. Loy stops, kicks it over to Miglich. Miglich is going to drive. She shoots, and she's fouled. Shot's no good. Miglich will shoot two. And the first one is good, making the score 11-10, 1:53, first quarter. And the second one is good. We have a tie ball game again, 1:53, first quarter. Lady Leps press, inbound to Belden. Belden kicks it up to Dolan. Dolan's going to take it to the hoop, and she misses. They're going to call a foul on the Leopards. They called that foul on Delaney Orwin, and we're going to have a two-shot foul. Front of the rim, no good. Second shot is off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kendall Loy. She's going to dribble, stops her dribble. Gives it over to Barwick. Barwick's going to dribble. She's double teamed. Gives it up to Loy. Loy's going to dribble. Gives it over to Oren for three. Off the side of the rim. No good. Or the backboard, I'm sorry. And Belden's going to bring it down the court. Shoots. No good. Rebounded by Central. Marshall over to McHugh. No good. Rebounded by Heron. Heron's going to push the action. She's going to drive. She's going to shoot. No good. Rebounded Loy. No good, but she's fouled. Kendall Loy goes to shoot two. Looking over the initial stats today, Louisville averages 52.6 points a game. And they called that no good as Kendall must have stepped over the line. Canton Central Catholic averages 41.2 points a game. But they have actually a pretty good defense looking at some of their opponent's scores. Second one's good. That's going to make it 12-11, 1:13, first quarter. Lady Leps. Central, oh, nice pickoff by Edelman. Over to Miglich for three. Air ball, no good. Central rebounds and then loses the ball. It's going to be Lady Leps' ball. Barwick to inbound. Gives it off to Miglich. Miglich out top to Dyer. Dyer gives it off to Edelman. Edelman's going to dribble, drive. Gives it off to Barwick. Back out to Edelman. Edelman fakes. She's going to dribble. Gives it off to Dyer. Dyer gives it back to Edelman. Edelman's going to back it down. Kicks it over to Barwick. Barwick's going to dribble left. Kicks it out top to Miglich. She's going to drive. She shoots, and it's good. 14-11, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Inbound to Marshall for Central. Central up to Belden. Belden's going to dribble, drive, shoots, and she's fouled. Bucket's good. 22.1 seconds left to go, 14-13. And Belden's going to go to the line for Central. Into the game comes number 1, Haley Gonzalez. Courtney Barwick sits down. Tell you what, John, it seemed like this first half's going really fast.
Yeah, they seem to be going up and down the court pretty quickly.
And the free throw is no good. Lloyd gives it up to Edelman. Edelman's going to dribble. She gives it across court to Miglich. Miglich back over to Edelman. She's going to dribble. Loses control. Gives it up to Lloyd. Lloyd's going to drive to the hoop. No good. And we're going to go to a timeout. We've got an injury timeout.